Certified freak. 7 days a week. Wop. Wop. We got them wet ass kittens. I make that COVID game weak. Wet ass. Some respectable young women in this house. There's some respectable young women in this house. Skirt, skirt, skirt. Salutations, gamers. It's your boy, Pale Boy COVID Man. That's him, coming at you from the safety corner. And I got some bad news. The safety corner didn't exactly protect me, unfortunately. Why am I wearing glasses? They just fog up. I know, calm yourselves, gamers. Don't go running into the streets screaming as if the Martians are invading. I know the safety corner has failed me. To be fair, I couldn't exactly take it with me everywhere I go, but I'm gonna put the blame squarely on the safety corner being faulty. Should have slapped some duct tape on this motherfucker. I would have been okay. But yeah, it's not a joke. My naked jakey yoga ball. But yeah, it's not a joke. I did come down with COVID. I got the Rona, the C-19, the big wop. I don't think that last one's a thing, but I got it. In spite of having all of my safety precautions, mask, social avoidance, other things, safety corner, and I caught it anyways. And I'm sure a lot of you are probably thinking to yourself, I see it a lot in comment sections all over Facebook and places where generally stupid people hang out. Well, I did everything there was and I still caught it. I don't think the mask need to be worn at all. You stupid bitch. Shut the hell up, Keith. You know who you are. Keith. Let me explain something to you doo-doo-minded little ape brains out there. Masks do help. I went an entire year of COVID, almost an entire year, being in the United States before I caught it. So I will guarantee you that I would have caught it way sooner had I not been wearing one of these masks. Also, it has corgis on it. It's real cute. Fucking, that doesn't get you to wear a mask. I don't know what will. Saying that masks, don't help 100%, and then in the same breath saying, hey, they don't help 100%, which means we shouldn't really need to wear it. It's too much of a hassle. That's like saying it's pouring downpour of rain outside. You have a raincoat, but it has a hole in the hood, and you're gonna get a little bit wet, but it's gonna help out a lot. But there's still that chance you're gonna get wet. What do? Do you take that raincoat and you walk outside? You gotta get out. You gotta go home, or are you just gonna say no? That one's got a hole in it. I'm gonna get wet anyways. I may as well get soaked. You fucking idiots. Well, when I put it on, I get so lightheaded and I can't hardly speak, and oh God, I just can't breathe. Oh, boo! I have COVID right now. I'm wearing a mask. I'm doing a video. My lungs feel like I've just went 5 rounds with Tyson and he worked the fucking body right now. My lungs are fucked right now. I walked down to take my trash down 20 yards maybe and walked back. I felt like I had walked a marathon and just had some wet ass.
I don't know, you better stop! Bitch!
I have that song kind of stuck in my head. I don't know if you can tell by the rest of the video. You may be saying to yourselves, now Alex, what have you experienced during COVID? Well, the symptoms include a little bit of nausea, headaches, frequent coughing, lung pain. The lung pain is the main thing that bothers me. That and the lack of smell and taste. I basically had all the symptoms besides COVID toe, and like running a high fever. My body hasn't ran a high fever the whole time, which is really weird. And the chappedest lips you will ever experience in your life because you're just so dehydrated. Always remember, if you have COVID, you stay hydrated. As with any other time in life, you stay hydrated out there, gamers. Don't let them catch you slipping, man, because it really sucks. Ooh. And at the time of recording this, I'm currently right over the 10-day quarantine limit that was recently set by the CDC instead of the 14 days. But I went to my doctor, and she, took one look at me through that Zoom call that I had to be on, and she was like, "All right, what are your symptoms?" And then I spoke to her, and she's like, "Yeah, yeah. Oh, shortness of breath, can't breathe, cough. Okay, yeah, you're going to need to take those 4 days off before the CDC took them away. You're going to need that." And I'm currently off work for going on 14 to 15 days now. And I'm still in rough shape. My lungs, they suck. I can't stress that enough. You do not want this. It hurts. When I lay down, I feel like someone is just, elbowing my chest. I have to lay at like a weird, like I've just been killed in a Family Guy episode angle at night to sleep just so I can breathe. I've had to disinfect my room several different times. I can't touch the things that I care about, like my collection of playing cards. I like to look at them sometimes like they're my precious little gems. They're my precious little boys. I like to look at them. I like to touch them. I like to feel them. And COVID took that away from me. You don't want that. You don't want COVID to take away your precious little boys, do you? Huh? Do you? Do you want that? Do you want COVID to take away your precious little boys? Well, I've got some big fucking news for you. You don't want that. So wear your masks, wear a fucking face shield, do whatever, avoid people, stop going to parties, man. I keep seeing people on Instagram going to parties, and I'm like, man, I fucking hated parties beforehand, but I would love to just get rejected by some girl right now. It would be the fucking tits. I love that. That would be the best. The funny part about it, I actually had a bit of a depressive breakdown before I even knew I had COVID. The day before I started showing symptoms and had to go get checked, I had a depressive mental breakdown. I broke down and started fucking weeping, and I didn't stop for 2 hours. It's probably why I was dehydrated. The COVID had nothing to do with it. So things are rough right now with the COVID, and just me in general, and COVID made it worse. Let's just be real here. And if you're experiencing any kind of depression right now, because it is technically okay, we got the holiday depression, we got the seasonal depression, kind of go hand in hand. The severe clinical depression, diagnosed, just count it. The anxiety, the COVID depression, the quarantine depression. There's so many different types of depression. It's like a Ben and Jerry's of fucking sadness. You don't know whether to reach for the razor blades, the guns, or to climb up to the roof and just do a fucking somersault. You don't know. You don't. But if you could take anything away from this video, is that I'm a warning label for don't get COVID because it's bad now. But as soon as you get that shit, we're gonna take that. You know how your thermostat's normally like 70s, mid-70s, trying to save the environment, maybe even 60s something. Well, it's cranking it up to fucking 85, and it's getting that uncomfortable underwear sweat. You know the one, where you're wrapped in your blanket and you wake up at 3 in the morning because your balls are fucking stuck to your leg from all the sweat and the heat that you didn't even know was there when you went to sleep, but hey, you found out about it later. Are any of these sinking in? Because right now, this is the most I've talked in like a full 2 weeks, and I'm out of breath. Like, Like I've just been doing somersaults in the fucking floor and wiggling around. That's a weird analogy. I probably should have just said jumping jacks or something normal. Well, anyways, I'm canceling the safety corner because, you know, honestly, I think it's a mulligan now. Like, I got the COVID-19. Safety corner is null and void. I can no longer claim that it is safe. It's like a safe house in a zombie apocalypse. Oh yeah, it's fucking safe. And there's just fucking dead things walking around, biting people in the balls. I haven't seen that movie, but I'm sure it exists. It's out there. Alright, so yeah, decommissioning the safety corner. If we talk again like this, it'll be just a normal corner, no safety involved. And it'll be on my bouncy little Nikki Jakey yoga ball. And hopefully, my lungs won't have collapsed, or I'm real susceptible to pneumonia. I've had it twice, so I might get that again. So, until the next video, gamers, stay safe out there. Wear your fucking masks, you morons. You know the ones I'm talking about. You've been to a local news station's comment section before. We all have. It's guilty pleasure. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast. I'm trying to get all the breath out before I have to wheeze again. Well, anyways, thank you all very much. Honestly, it was good talking to somebody, even if it was just me talking to myself into a camera and staring off at the screen there to make sure I'm in focus, even though currently not wearing my contacts, so I couldn't tell if I was in focus. Honestly, if the whole video is kind of out of focus, fuck. Well, anyways, you stay hydrated, keep that pussy wet. Certified free. There's some Fortnite in there. Fucking 7 days a week. There's some oh fuck. Goddamn.